You're just caring too much.
Let me start by saying something that many people feel, but rarely say out loud. A lot of people walk through life with a quiet belief that something is wrong with them. Of course, not loud and not dramatic, just a constant low level sense of being late. Late to success, late to clarity, late to stability, late to becoming who they were supposed to be. And this feeling follows them everywhere. They look around and it seems like everyone else figured it out faster. Others are ahead, others are moving, others are building something solid. And slowly and silently, this belief becomes heavy and heavy day by day. Hello and welcome. I'm Azin and here's Azin Sphere. Today I'm going to talk about something is really important in nowadays life. You are not behind. Stay with me to the end because I'm going to tell you some important information. So please grab your tea and coffee, sit and let's talk together. Here's what's rarely acknowledged. Most people are not behind. They are overloaded. They are carrying emotional weight what was never meant to be carried alone. Unprecedented experiences, unspoken responsibilities, invisible expectations. And when you're carrying too much, movement naturally slows. Not because you're incapable, but because your system is prioritizing survival. We often confuse pace with capacity. We think if we were stronger, more disciplined, more motivated, we would move faster. But speed is not a personality trait. Speed is a reflection of how much weight you're holding. Imagine trying to run while holding something heavy tight against your chest. From the outside, it looks like you're not trying hard enough. But from the inside, every step requires effort. This is what many people are living with every single day. They wake up already tired, not from what they are doing, but from what they are holding. Expectations they didn't choose, roles they never questioned, identities they had to grow into too early. Being the strong one, being the responsible one, being the one who doesn't fall apart. These roles are praised. They look admirable, but they come at a cost. They train your nervous system to stay alert even when nothing is happening. So rest doesn't actually restore you. Pauses feel uncomfortable. Stillness brings anxiety instead of relief. And then you assume something is wrong with you. But your system is doing exactly what it learned to do. It learned that staying alert was safer than relaxing. Another layer of this weight comes from comparison, not the obvious kind, the subtle kind, the kind where you measure your internal process against other people's external milestones. You don't see their fear, their support systems, their financial safety, their emotional backing, their timing. You only see the outcomes, and you turn those outcomes into deadline for yourself, which is completely wrong. I should be there right now. I'm falling behind. I missed my chance. But the fact is, life is not a race with a universal timeline. It's a series of seasons. Some seasons are for building, some are for healing, some are for unlearning. And healing seasons don't look impressive. They look slow, they look quiet, they look like nothing is helping. But something is happening. Capacity is being rebuilt. When you're carrying unresolved grief, unacknowledged anger, or chronic self-pressure, your system redirects energy inward. not to sabotage you, to keep you functional. You're not behind, you are regulating. And regulating is invisible work. You must know that. Here's another truth that's hard to accept. Sometimes you're not moving forward because part of you is still protecting the past. Not consciously, somatically. Your body remembers time when moving forward meant danger. Being seen, being judged, being overwhelmed, being abandoned. So it slows you down. Not to punish you, to keep you safe. This is how it works. When you don't recognize this, you turn safety into an enemy. You push harder. You shame yourself. You force momentum. And that only adds more weight and getting heavier. Real progress begins when you stop asking, why am I not there yet? And start asking yourself, what am I still carrying? Often the answer is not something you choose. It's something you adapt to. Family dynamics, cultural pressure, early responsibility, emotional neglect disguised as independence. And that's the truth. You learn to hold things together before you learn how to be held. And that shapes everything. It shapes how you rest, how you ask for help, how you measure your worth. Until what weight is acknowledged, forward movement will always feel heavy. Letting go doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like permission. Permission to go slower without self-judgment. Permission to stop proving resilience. Permission to build a life that supports you instead of just impressing others. The fact is, you don't need to catch up. You need to lighten the load. And lightening the load starts with compassion, not the performative kind. The quiet kind. The kind where you stop using comparison as motivation and start using honesty as direction. If you feel behind, pause. Not too quiet, to listen. There may be grief that hasn't had space, anger that hasn't been allowed, needs that haven't been named. None of that makes you weak. It makes you human. And when those parts are finally acknowledged, energy returns, not as urgency, as steadiness, as clarity, as the sense that your life is not late, it's unfolding at a pace your system can sustain. You're not behind. You're carrying history. And when you stop carrying it alone, movement becomes possible again. Not forced, not rushed, but real one. If this episode spoke to you, don't use it to push yourself harder. Use it to soften your timeline. You're not late to your life. You are arriving with the weight you survived. And that matters. If this episode resonates with you, you can subscribe to this channel, and by ringing the bell, you notice the future episodes. Of course, I'm going to share another link in the description down below, and you can watch it too. And I have a question for you. How do you feel? How was your day today? Please comment me down below. I would be happy to read all of them and to know you more. Till the next episode, stay calm and happy.